Hey y'all, I am so excited to be here today to bring you guys another fun DIY project. My name is Natasha and today we're going to be creating some super cute items to go in your tier tray. So if you have been watching my channel for any length of time, then you know that I am obsessed with tier trays. But you have to have something to kind of fill out your tier tray. So today we're making some really cute rolling pins. They're all these are so trendy right now. These super cute rolling pins, I'm gonna show you how to take them from this blank design and make them really cute for your tier tray decor. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna show you all the supplies that you'll need to make this DIY. Before I'm gonna show you the steps that I use to make it, and then by the end of this video, you're gonna be able to make this all by yourself for your tier tray. For this project, you're gonna need these wood pile rolling pins. They come in a set of 3 from Hobby Lobby and it's $3.99. Be sure to use your coupon when you go. I don't know if most people know, but Hobby Lobby has a 40% off regular item coupon that you can use on pretty much anything in the store. And so anytime I go to Hobby Lobby, I usually grab my coupon with me. It's on an app on their app, and all you have to do is pull it up and the cashier will apply it to the highest price item in your cart that is regular price. So make sure you grab your coupon, girl. So I'm using these wood pile forest rolling pins. I'm in a set of 3. I have some paint brushes. I also have this ribbon. I love buffalo plaid. I think that's gonna bring out the farmhouse look that I'm going for. This is 7/8 inch ribbon that I got. Also, I actually got this from Walmart. And then I also have my glue gun in case I need it. I also have some black and white craft paint that I'm gonna use to paint these rolling pins. You can also, some people like to use chalk paint because it gives it a more matte look. You can choose either. It's all basically just personal preference. So when we get done painting these, I'm gonna go over to my Silhouette Cameo and print some print vinyl decals that'll go on top of this to finish the look. However, if you don't want to do vinyl decals, you can certainly leave them blank. You could also maybe go to Hobby Lobby or search on Etsy for people who sell vinyl decals. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna do one of them in white and one of them in black. Another thing I suggest you use is painter's tape. I really love 3M sharp lines painter's tape. I feel like it gives me the most crisp lines. Now on this particular project, I don't really care about lines. I'm just using it to keep the paint from bleeding into other areas that I don't want it to go into. But if you do a lot of stripes on any of your painting or DIY crafting, then this sharp lines painter's tape is the best that I've found by far. All right, so we're gonna start, and I'm gonna use this painter's tape to tape off the pin part of, so I'm gonna tape off these little ends right here. Okay, so I'm gonna paint the first one black. So one thing that I might do different next time is when I pull them out of the package, I might get ready to sand them with a fine grit sandpaper, something like maybe 200 to 400 grit sandpaper, just to keep the paint going on easier, and also to keep the furriness from being on there. See what I'm saying? So I ended up having to do about 2 coats on each rolling pin, but I really didn't want you guys to sit around and watch paint dry, so I kind of sped it up. So while we're waiting on those to dry, we're gonna go ahead and go over to our computer and make the cut files for these rustic DIY rolling pins. I'm gonna be using my Silhouette Cameo to make the cut files for these cute little rolling pins. Raise your hand if you have a cutting tool that you love to use, whether it be Silhouette or Cricut, and go down to the comments and tell me which one you have. So I found out that the measurement of the rolling pins are 3.75 by 1.25. Actually, later on, I'm going to end up using 1 inch, but you'll see that a little bit later in the video. So usually what I like to do is make an outline of what I am going to be cutting. So I'm making an outline of what the rolling pin base looks like. So I'll go ahead and make it, and I'll put it in the colors that I want it to use. So you see here, I'm making it 3.75 by 1.25 on my Silhouette Cameo. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and make it the colors that I wanted to make it, because I like to make it a true mock-up so I can kind of see what the colors will look like against the background. Now in this case, I'm using black and white, so it's not really a big leap to see what black is gonna look on top of white and vice versa, but that's what I did here. So I'm gonna go ahead and type out the wording that I wanna use. So I wanna use bee and honey, be happy, oops, can't spell, and be kind. And in a second here, you're gonna see me go and put it in the correct font. Now my computer is so bootleg, like my internet was acting real funky with me when I was trying to do this project. So that's why I'm kind of bouncing all over the place. But normally my Silhouette Cameo is not this bouncy. So the font that I'm going to be using on this is one that's kind of like a Farmhouse Dunn inspired feel. It's called The Skinny. I got that on The Font. It's a free download. There's also tons of other places that I like to get fonts. I like to get fonts at fontbundles.net. There's plenty of commercial free fonts on there, and I love that because I actually have a subscription from them where I can download, get a credit for fonts that I can download every month. I am a font hoarder or junkie. So I also did a little offset on this. I'm going to offset it to 0.010, just so that the letters are not really skinny or when I go to cut them. You can see it makes it a little bit thicker, not a whole lot thicker, but a little bit thicker. And then I'm going to group them together. Alright, so now I'm going to size them, or attempt to size them in the correct size before I put them over here, but as you can see, I did them actually too small. So I'm going to try to take them one by one and size them to the correct length that they need, width and length that they need to be for the rolling pin. So that B looks about right, but I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, and then we'll do the same for each word. I also thought it would be nice to add a little bit more detail to my tier tray rolling pins by adding a really cute little bee decal that I have. So I'm sizing that up so that it'll fit in with some of my wording. So if you want to save time and go ahead and get these cutouts already made and ready to go, make sure you go to the link in the description, and I will link to where you can grab these for free. We're going to come back and finish up these rolling pins. I am going to untape the rolling part of it, and I'm going to paint those the colors that I want to paint them. And then I'm going to show you how to attach the wording to them. So I could technically just leave them just like that, and I think it'll be fine. Okay, let's finish this up, because I can't wait to show you how to make the cutest, most simplest bow ever. Sometimes I'm asked what's the best brush to use to paint with this type of project, and I will be honest and tell you that I usually paint with whatever bow that I have. Brush that I have that's clean. Really, all you need for this type of project is a flat brush. I only use specific type of brushes when I'm doing stuff like that small and detailed, like a round brush or a filbert brush, but a flat tip brush is all you need for this project. I'm gonna show you the wording that we made with our Silhouette Cameo. So, this is like my most favorite part of using my Silhouette, is like peeling off the vinyl. Now I'm thinking I'm only gonna use the honey and the bee for mine. One good thing about using vinyl decals on your rolling pins is that you can change out the wording for every season. So you only really need, if you're doing it yourself, you only really need to make a couple pair and then change them out if you're gonna do them in the same color, like the same white and black color. I have seen some where they're decorated in like colorful, like pinks and greens, or reds and greens for holidays, so you'll want to make some specifically for those. But if you want to, once you make one of these pair, like this pair, these can be used like for home sweet home decor, for any farmhouse signs theme that you're doing, you can use these. So I love this transfer paper. This is my favorite transfer paper. It's made by Angel Crafts. And the reason why I like it is because it comes with lines, which makes it really easy to line things up. So I'm gonna get some of this. So I'm gonna do the honey first. Remember, I said I like this transfer tape because you can line it up. And it's very possible, you guys, that the height that I put on this was too much. But if it is, then we'll just adjust our file and start over. Now to score this on here, so notice I put this on here with the transfer tape, and then I'm like rubbing it in with my little squeegee, I think is what you call them. And then I'm gonna carefully peel it off. See, and I think that is the perfect size for this. And I also made that really cute little bumblebee that I'm gonna put on there too. So I'm so excited because our project is coming together. Right, so there we go. We got two, we got a bee, and we also have honey. Now I'm gonna take this one more step and I'm gonna add some ribbon on mine once I figure out what I did with it. All right, So I have this really cute little buffalo plaid ribbon because buffalo plaid is everything. I am obsessed with buffalo plaid ribbon. Are you ready to make the most simplest, adorable bow ever? Let's go. So you grab a piece of ribbon, you're essentially gonna put it down on the table, put your finger in the middle, wrap one end of the ribbon over, and then the other ribbon piece over to make an X with your ribbon. Keep your finger on it because it's slippery. All right. Once it's there, you can kind of fluff it around or keep it where you are, but keep your finger on it. So essentially what I'm trying to illustrate here is all we're doing is making an X with our ribbon tails. So now you're gonna do one of the things that you have to do with all ribbons, which is a scrunch. It's all about the scrunch in the middle. So I'm gonna do it one more time, making an X with my ribbon tails. And then I'm gonna take my fingers and scrunch in the middle. Scrunch, gather it basically in the middle. And there you go. How cute is that little ribbon gonna be on our rolling pins? Now cut the excess ribbon off, and then I'm gonna take some wire and attach it to the middle to keep it together. Now, it'd be nice if I had a bow maker that was this small to make little baby ribbons, but kind of I'm having to use my hands, and it can get tricky, but the more you make them, the better you'll get at them. So I'm gonna secure that wire around. And if you want to, you can adjust your loops to make them the desired length that you want. But it is a little bit hard to do it with just one hand. So I'm gonna cut off the wire, and then I'm gonna press it down so that it doesn't poke anything. And then I'm gonna adjust my tails. Now I also took a little tiny piece of ribbon and wrapped it around the rolling pin and used my hot glue gun to secure it to be the base of my bow. So you just size your ribbon to the size that you need. And see, I actually made this ribbon way too long, but I'll just take a little bit of hot glue. Lay the ribbon down here. Alright guys, I am so excited with how these cute rolling pins turned out. If you love them, give me a quick B in the comments and let me know what you think. Be sure to tune in next week because I'm going to be showing you how to style these beautiful tiered tray rolling pins in our bee themed tiered tray. Make sure to subscribe. See you later.